Okay, folks, I got a hive that has swarmed. It's not a bad thing, but it's not a great thing. Uh, Stay tuned. We'll explain a swarm, what it is, and why bees swarm. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hanson. As you can see, my hives are really busy. That blue hive down there was a rescue hive from the garage wall. So these bees are really strong. So I heard the noise, saw a group bearding on the front, and then they took off and went to the top of the tree, and that's where they're at now. It's a pretty big cluster of bees. But that cluster is way too high up in the tree. I don't have a ladder or the equipment to get up there and harvest that swarm. I will keep an ear out for them. We'll see where they go from here. Hopefully a lower branch. Hopefully they find a home in something that they can figure out where's home. I'll go ahead and set up a bait hive, hoping to attract them to a new hive. We'll see. But hopefully we can get a home for them and yeah, perhaps get them out of this tree. I'm not cutting the tree down. I'm not climbing the tree. And it is what it is. Now to explain a swarm is not a bad thing. It's actually healthy for a hive. The hive is so robust, it runs out of room. What they do is they create queen cells in there, and they'll raise a new queen, and the old queen will take off with about a third of the hive, sometimes up to half of the hive. So what you see there is probably a third to a half of the hive up there. That's a big hive. That thing is really robust. So I can see evidence of bees behind. They have a queen. She's going to go out on her maiden flight. She's going to lay eggs. So this is a new queen, and my old queen is up there in that tree. So that's what they do when they get too overcrowded. They'll just split, create a queen, split, fly off and find a new home. Now what they have, while the queen is up there in the middle of that swarm, she'll find a place to land, and then the swarm will swarm around her. Wherever she's at, that's where the swarm is. They'll send scout bees out looking for other places that are suitable enough for housing. I have a hollow tree over here that is still standing up. Maybe they'll take up residence in that hollow tree. If not, if they do, I can cut that tree down and rehome them. But in the meantime, I'll create a bait hive. What I have is essential oils, lemongrass essential oils. I'll put that in the hive, inside the hive and on the hive entrance, in hopes of enticing a scout bee to come in, inspect it, and see that it's already set up, and he'll direct the other bees and the queen into the new hive. So let's get that new hive set up now. So what I need is a fairly level base. And then I need a bottom screen board. And then I need a brood box with some drawn out comb. Then for the apothecary attractant, I've got lemongrass oil. So what I'm going to do is put a Q-tip on the inside, saturated with the lemongrass oil. And then I'm going to put a Q-tip at the entrance, saturated with lemongrass oil. And then I'll place an inner cover and complete it with an outer telescoping cover. Now I notice the bees have settled down around that clump to where they're not so flighty. but they do have scouts out looking for a new home. And my hope is that they'll find a new home right here. Fingers crossed and a prayer. And yeah, hopefully we'll get a 5th hive. That looks like a really good strong colony up there in the tree. And this is from that, this is a really robust colony that I got from that garage. I saved from that garage wall. So these, yeah, I don't mind these bees being free and out around, because they'll do in spite of you know, pollination, but we won't get the advantage of honey from them. Yeah, they're just way too high for me to get them. There's just no way. Bummer. Yeah, that's a pretty good sized swarm there. I've had swarms before that I've rescued out of these other trees. 5 to be exact. And there's the hive which they came from. So there's still a lot of activity in that hive, so that means they have a queen, they're busy, they're gonna grow, and we're still gonna get some more bees. It's about time for me to come out and inspect my other hives and also collect some honey out of that blue hive. We'll make another episode for that. Well, that's it on beekeeping and swarms. I'm your host, Jerry Hanson. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm, or a frugal homestead tucked high in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. Please stay tuned to more videos. You can do that by subscribing and clicking that bell icon. That alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Remember, be safe, always be kind. We'll see you guys in my next adventure. Bye-bye now.